Hello, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be reviewing the Vital Baby Nurture electric breast pump. So I've been able to use this pump and now I can actually come to give a review as to how my experience has been with this breast pump. So the main thing from using this pump is that you need to find the right settings for it to work for you. So what I found was that when I first started using the pump, obviously as you do, you play around with the settings, right? And so that's what I did. However, I did not produce any milk, right? No milk came out and I was pumping with the stuff for 15-20 minutes and there was no milk. However, I then later realized, I think after the second day of using it, that it was because I was actually using the wrong pump settings. So firstly, this pump actually works at 100 cycles per minute in stimulation mode, and 100 cycles per minute is the highest number of cycles per minute, and then it just goes lower from there. Whilst it's in stimulation mode, it only does 100 cycles per minute from 1 to 9. So what actually increases is the suction strength, but the cycles per minute actually stays the same. So that's the first thing to note. And then, like I said, it decreases as you switch to expression. So for me, because I originally was trained on the Lansino pump, which if you've used the Lansino pump, you know that it works at much higher cycle speeds on expression and stimulation. And so that meant that the only way that I could actually get milk was to keep the cycle speed at 100 cycles per minute. And that meant that I had to use the lowest levels on this pump. And then the second thing was the suction. The Vital Baby has a much stronger suction even on the lower levels. And so that also meant that I had to stay at level 1. Because for me, if the suction's too strong, I actually stop getting milk. And so in order for me to get milk while pumping with the Vital Baby, it literally had to be on level 1. And I had to stay on level 1 throughout. Now, if you know that you like strong suction, if you already know that, then the Vital Baby may actually be a really good option for you. It did have a very strong and robust sort of feel whilst pumping, and so definitely it will not hamper your milk supply if you're worried about that. But in terms of comfort, gentleness, the Vital Baby will not be my go-to pump as the electric pump. However, as the manual pump, I actually really loved the Vital Baby. Okay, so firstly, as my review videos go, I'm going to be doing a demonstration of how to use the pump. So I've got the Emulate bottle, our handy demonstration tool. Okay, so the first thing is that I'm going to switch the pump on. Right now, it is in its manual mode. So I am just going to quickly change that. And twist again. And there you go. You can see it's pretty quick and easy to switch between the two. And you can see it can actually stand on its own without the stand, which is nice. I'm going to be switching this on. I'm just going to demonstrate just how to quickly use this. You'll be able to see what it looks like when it is actually pumping. Okay, so I'm going to pop that in. And can you see there? You can see the compression. All right, let's see if milk starts to flow. Right now, this is in stimulation mode, as you can see there. So you can see there, the curve of this breast pump is where that stimulation of the areoli is actually taking place, and that is what produces the milk. So you always want your breast pump to stimulate the areoli area there. This type of breast pump in particular, the silicone style breast pump. Okay, so if I increase the level, let's take it to level 5. So can you see that there's actually a more pronounced compression of the nipple, which is nice. And always feel free to adjust it at any point until you get a proper compression. If you don't see your nipple being compressed properly, then adjust it until you do. So you can basically choose your comfort level in stimulation mode. You don't need to worry about cycle speed. You just need to worry about your comfort level. And don't choose a comfort level that is too painful for you, right? It is all about comfort, because comfort produces the most milk. Your body does not want to be stressed. It wants to be comfortable. It doesn't want to be fearful of pain, because that actually inhibits milk supply. It wants to be comfortable. So comfort is the most important thing. So you just mess about with the settings until you find it. So I've been pumping for a little while. You can see the milk coming through. So another thing that I will say is that you do need a firm and tight seal here, right, for you to produce a good compression. And also another thing just to be aware of is that you're obviously not going to see milk immediately you put your breast pump in. Sometimes we forget that when we're pumping, we're expecting to see the milk straight away, and if we don't see it, we think something's wrong or the pump is not working properly. But that's not necessarily the case, right? Sometimes it takes a couple of minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes for milk to start coming out, or even a little bit longer, right, depending on other factors. So now we are going to switch this from stimulation to expression. So we're going to press that. I'm going to see how that looks like on the nipple. You can see the difference there. So you can see it really pulling in at the nipple and producing a much stronger and longer suction. Now with expression on this pump, the cycle speed does decrease as the level increases. The cycle speed decreases and the suction increases. So again, same thing, I'm going to take it up a few notches and we'll see the difference that makes. Yeah, that is a very strong suction, as you can see. So you can literally see it compressing the nipple and squeezing out that milk. Okay, so now this may be too strong for you, so please do not feel like you need to get up to this level. If it hurts, it's too strong. It should not be hurting. I wouldn't recommend this as a first-time mom, except you are going to hack the pump with another pump part and make it a double pump, because when you make a single pump into a double pump, you decrease the suction and so it becomes more gentle. I mean, if you use another pump part brand that is a double pump, you can always use this pump, but then obviously you lose all of this silicone features and the compression style and so forth, right? Except maybe you have a pump from another brand that has a silicone feature that is a double pump. So this is what it looks like to pump with the Vital Baby, and this has been my experience with the pump. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.